From the News and Current Affairs Department, yet a Porsche 106.7 FM and TV. A pleasant good evening and a warm welcome to Porsche Newsreel. Uh, to Porsche Newsreel. My name is Harris Billy, anchoring this presentation. In the headlines, Liberia National Police intensifies investigation in the case of the death of a 34-year-old man identified as Joshua Solomon, declares several individuals wanted. Senior government officials accused of attempting to bribe parents of Jessica Lloyd, a victim of an attempted murder involving an American national, Lucas Riches. President George Weah wins 2023 International Peace Prize medal in appreciation of his role played in maintaining Liberia's peace during the conduct of the recent presidential election in the country. And away from home, dozens killed in floods and landslides in northern Tanzania. We'll take a very short break. To be right back. Welcome back. Up next is Figo Masari with the news bulletin. A pleasant good evening, Figo.
Good evening, Harris. Good evening, everyone. The Liberian National Police has declared several individuals wanted in the ongoing investigation in connection to the death of a 34-year-old man identified as Joshua Solomon. Addressing the press conference at the LMP headquarters in Monrovia Monday, police spokesperson Moses Carter named Preachie Queen Johnson, identified in the video footage, and several others as wanted for criminal investigation. The police spokesperson emphasized the need for those named to avail themselves to the Liberian National Police as a means of enhancing the investigation. Moses Carter recalled that the deceased Joshua Solomon was a victim of an alleged aggravated assault during a riot which occurred on August 11 between supporters of the ruling CDC and the Unity Party during the heat of campaign activities in Monrovia. The police spokesperson added that the LMP has been informed that the victim died on December 1, reportedly of internal bleeding, according to a death certificate provided by the Federal Medical and Eye Clinic. Parents of Jessica Lloyd, the victim of an attempted murder, murderer, are accusing senior government officials of attempting to bribe the family to drop the case. Speaking on the local radio Monday in Monrovia, the mother of the victim, Cynthia Lloyd, disclosed that the family has received an offer of 20,000 USD as inducement to withdraw the case from court. The victim's mother narrated that she has been confronted multiple times by senior ranking members of the CDC-led government pleading with her to drop the case. Madam Cynthia Lloyd also disclosed that she was invited by the Association of Female Lawyers of Liberia to sign a document to drop charges against Lucas Richard. The case is currently being examined by Criminal Court A at the Temple of Justice following allegations of attempted murder of Jessica Lloyd's life by her American lover, Lucas Richard. The International Association of World Peace Advocates has announced Liberian President George Weah as a winner of this year's International Peace Prize Media Award 2023. The award, according to a statement, is in total appreciation of the just concluded presidential elections in Liberia, which ended up with a runoff election and was regarded as an election that exploits the mind of the people without intimidation or electoral violence, as majorly seen in other African countries. The statement records that President Weah is the first African president to receive the International Peace Award from IAWP in 2018, an award that saw him demonstrate how peaceful he is up to the 2023 presidential election, where he lost and accepted the result, unlike other student leaders within the African continent. According to the association, the award presentation is scheduled to take place in January 2024 at the office of the president in Monrovia. The country director of the Association Liberia, Dr. Samin David, said the award presentation will witness the highest form of award conferment. Lawyers representing the Monrovia City Corporation Monday presented one of their officers, Valley Teller, who was subpoenaed by Criminal Court A to testify in the ongoing murder trial involving former Chief Justice Gloria Scott and 3 others. The court, through its opinion, asked the sitting Mayor Jefferson Koji to present Valley to the court on Monday. But the proceedings, according to our judicial correspondent, did not commence due to the failure of prison authorities, who says they are not allowing detainees out or suspect in. This was due to cash allegedly owned then by the Ministry of Justice that promised to settle the arrears, was yet to do so. Upon receiving the information through the prison superintendent Vanny Lake, Judge Roosevelt Willing informed Justice Minister Musadin about the situation and promised to remedy the situation. Judge Willard said this is the second time it has occurred, thus denying many others justice. Meanwhile, the hearing has been postponed to Wednesday, December 6. Liberia has been elected to Category A of the Council of the International Maritime Organization at the 33rd Assembly session of the organization during the weekend in London. The Assembly is the highest decision-making body of the International Maritime Organization, which meet binary to approve the decisions of the organization. The Liberian Maritime Authorities, in release, said the election of Liberia in Category A followed a hotly contested election. Liberia, along with 9 other member states, including China, Greece, Japan, Norway, Republic of Korea, the United Kingdom, and the United States, was elected to Category A of the 14-member council to serve for the next binary. Category A comprises countries with the largest interest in providing international shipping services, as Liberia, with 14% of the world ocean-going fleet, some around 5,000 vessels, fitting nearly in the Category A. Liberia last served in Category A in 1995, but lost the position due to the protracted civil wars. An illicit drug campaigner has recommended for the establishment of a special court to prosecute drug-related matters. According to Michael Lahai, the establishment of the court will fast-track illicit drug cases as compared to other capital offenses. Speaking during the weekend, he explained that the court, when established, will speedily look into illicit drug-related cases like rape. Lahai believed that Liberia will be a drug-free state when the court is fully functional in the country. Meanwhile, Michael Lahai is calling for the setting up of a presidential task force to tackle illicit substances. Lahai noted that the task force should comprise activists, civil society organizations who are not members of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. Scores of Liberian-owned businesses are challenging President-elect Joseph Boakai to roll out policies aimed at addressing difficulties confronting the business environment. Those Liberians are convinced that Ambassador Boakai was overwhelmingly supported by the Liberian community due to the inability of the year's administration to raise the value of state-owned enterprises. Sir Pangbe, a local vendor at Waterside Market, is challenging President-elect Boakai to constitute a robust economic and management team to bridge the gap between foreign businesses operating in the country. In separate account, Grace Onuma and Praise we have believed that the perpetual cut in the gross income of civil servants affected every sector, including the business community. They are therefore calling for an improved salary structure for civil servants and increasing the fight against drugs. Harris, is back to you for the continuation.
And the many thanks to Figo Masaride with the news bulletin. The news bulletin is a regular feature on Punch Newsread. If you're just joining us, it is a reminder that you're listening to Punch Newsread, a 30-minute news presentation Major happenings in Liberia and across the world. Stories topping the headlines. Liberia National Police intensifies investigation in the case of the death of a 34-year-old man identified as Joshua Solomon. Declares several individuals wanted. Senior government officials accused of attempting to bribe parents of Jessica Lloyd, a victim of an attempted murder involving an American national, Lucas Richards. President George Weah wins the 2023 International Peace Prize Medal Award in appreciation of his role played in maintaining peace during the conduct of the recent presidential elections in the country. And away from Liberia, dozens killed in floods and landslides in northern Tanzania. Welcome back. The Liberian National Police has declared several individuals wanted in the ongoing investigation in connection to the death of a 34-year-old man identified as Joshua Solomon. Addressing the news conference at the LNP headquarters in Monrovia Monday, police spokesperson Moses Carter named Peaches Quinn Johnson, identified in the video footage, and several others as wanted for criminal investigation. The police spokesperson emphasized the need for those named to avail themselves to the Liberia National Police as a means of enhancing the investigation.
Declare a Liberian female and others to be identified wanted by the Liberian National Police and to humbly request these wanted individuals to turn themselves over to the police for investigation in connection to the death of Joshua. Amongst persons we've identified in the video, we have one Liberian female identified as Peaches Quinn Johnson, and others to be identified in the video of the action that occurred in August during the campaign season, which left one of our citizens allegedly aggravatedly assaulted, thereby resulting to his death. And so we're asking Liberians to assist us with any useful information about Peaches Quinn Johnson and others that will also announce to you, if they don't avail themselves to the police, will announce their names to you, to the public, so that we're able to have them come to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police for investigation. So any Liberian following this broadcast knows the whereabouts of Peaches Quinn Johnson and those others that we will announce to you subsequently to be identified. We ask you to please alert us. And the reason why we are doing this is because we are making frantic efforts to ensure that the whereabouts of these individuals, specifically Quinn Johnson, is identified. Officers have visited her home as a way of.
Meanwhile, the spokesperson of the family of the deceased, Abraham Vine, has disclosed that the family is not seeking revenge over the death of Joshua Solomon. According to him, the family is interested in ensuring the deceased receives a befitting burial.
If you really want to help in this process, you have come for their life so they can contribute to save or better. I don't want people coming to ask me whether they want to press that or whether they want to take in the middle of what you call it. You're not in a position to go any further. They will probably want peace and they want to be very strong in peace. They don't want anything further. For one, that's the thing. The investigation should have started. This video The video of him being in the hospital, I think, like a week ago. You understand? Now, one person from media or from police have to call and say, oh, we have video for this person, but now then he's dead. They bring his video out. Some other or having any scene, they bring his video out. So what is no evidence? We're all here looking for money to send doctors to hospital. Hospital. Nobody to come in to give him, but now he's there, so they want to come. You know, the family don't need anything. The family just want to be out there to get their son to rest.
Abraham Van is the spokesperson of the deceased family, Joshua Solomon. Earlier, you listened to police spokesperson Moses Kato. Parents of Jessica Lloyd, a victim of an attempted murder, are accusing some senior officials of attempting to bribe the family to drop the case. Speaking on the local radio Monday in Monrovia, the mother of the victim, Cynthia Lloyd, disclosed that the family has received an offer of $20,000 as inducement to withdraw the case from court. The victim's mother narrated that she has been confronted multiple times by senior ranking members of the CDC-led government pleading with her to drop the case.
I need justice for my daughter. I want to Liberian people to join me. People used to say, but what I see with my own eye, they're hearing. I know, but you need to help me to get justice for my daughter. People I expect to be fighting for me. They're begging for Lucas. They're begging behind the scene, begging me for $20,000 USD for Lucas to be free. If I start telling you things, maybe you'll hold me my daughter tonight. So I have a friend. I got a friend. And Lucas can look at my daughter, calculated play to kill my daughter. Then you know, I hear people saying they won't hold money for her daughter, for the kids to die. Me hold money. I promise that daughter will never hold money. And the international community, according on the USA Buffet, according all the Liberians, many for Liberians, to come in and help. It could be anybody. They say, I told my daughter, I told everybody can make mistake, but it doesn't give Lucas the right to take away my daughter's life. The people brought some of the paper for me to sign. If I would have somebody that can read, I'm going to sign that paper and tell them my whole business finished. They said, to sign the paper that I'm waiting the case for $200,000. So I was keeping it to myself, but I said, too much. People not hearing me talk, before I need to go on the air and talk. I'm telling you, real life story. I have proof. The paper was there. Even the AFL women there. They said I should sign the paper. $20,000 USD. After the people brought the paper, they said the paper, yeah. The people say, right. The woman asked me, you know about the document? You and Lucas, people, lawyers, I won't settle anything. I said, no, I don't know about the document. When they first engaged me, when we went, they used the opportunity. When they sent for us, at Justice Ministry, when we went there, table adjusted the counter attorneys. They told us to let them know. I told them Jessica was not well. They paid too much in her head. No, I didn't want to bring my daughter. Time when we were going, when we got down to the where we are now, to the junction, to get on the taxi. One motor bad boy recognized Jessica. Oh, get it, baby, we need to kill. She said, right. My team got in the taxi. I haven't left. People are expect for be on my side. Then they begged me for Lucas lawyer for me to hold money. My daughter can't say that more than that.
Cynthia Lloyd is the mother of Jessica Lloyd, a victim of an attempted murder. They're accusing some senior government officials of inducing with $20,000. A member of the campus-based student unification party at the state-run University of Liberia, Christopher Civilli, has called for justice in the situation where he was brutally attacked and tortured in 2022. It can be recalled in 2022, Civilli and his SUP colleagues staged a protest in front of the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia, criticizing the government on various issues during Liberia's Independence Day celebration. Civilli, who is currently in exile, accused the CDC Council of Patriots of perpetrating the barbaric act.
So since our son or due, we will have to go through for advanced medication. And after our advanced medication, we are still receiving a lot of psychological trauma for us because we were very much traumatized after our son or due. But unfortunately, since our son or due, we have never received any call from the Ministry of Justice even from in London, in London, who happened to be, giving me justice after my son or due. So it has been very much unfortunate for me. I believe in Angola and I believe in institution because I have been abandoned by the Liberian government. So unfortunately, those who were indicted by the Liberian government, we saw them a few weeks ago or a few months ago campaigning for the government. So there was something that was very much unfortunate for me. It's still my psychological trauma. So I was going on with the students to inform the outgoing government that there's some case regarding the South-Domestic Eastern. And few individuals were indicted by the government. And so the government will be able to look into that case before they can release power.
A member of the campus-based Student Unification Party at the University of Liberia, Christopher Civilian, there calling for justice in a situation where he was brutally attacked and tortured in 2022. For this development now, scores of Liberian-owned businesses are challenging President-elect Joseph Boakai to roll out policies aimed at addressing the difficulties confronting the business environment. Those Liberians are convinced that Ambassador Boakai was overwhelmingly supported by the business community due to the inability of the WEA's administration to raise the value of state-owned enterprises. Sak Pinkba, a local vendor at Waterside Market, is challenging President-elect Boakai to constitute a robust economic management team to bridge the gap between foreign businesses operating in the country. In separate accounts, Grace Unuma and Praise Weah believe that the perpetual cut in the gross income of civil servants affected every sector, including the business community. They are therefore calling for an improved salary structure for civil servants and increasing the fight against drugs. Schools of Liberian-owned businesses, they're challenging President-elect Joseph Boakai to roll out policies aimed at addressing difficulties confronting the business environment. Welcome, Figo Masari, with the foreign development.
The death toll from flooding and landslide in northern Tanzania has risen to 63. In order to deal with the impact of the heavy rains, President Salman Hassan is cutting short hard attendance at the COP28 climate summit in Dubai. Homes, infrastructure, and farmland have also been damaged. Massive floods are sweeping through countries across East Africa, with the El-Nino weather phenomenon partly to blame. Tanzania's government said 400 rescue workers have been sent to the northern Hangan district. However, rescuers are operating under challenging conditions, such as deflecting telecommunications and block damaged roads, and President spokesperson Zuhura Huna said in statement released on Monday. Foreign story.
Indeed, the foreign development bringing us to an end of this presentation of Punch Newsread. Before we take leave of you, here are stories we followed. Liberia National Police intensifies investigation in the case of the death of a 34-year-old man identified as Joshua Solomon, declares several individuals wanted. Senior government officials accused of attempting to bribe parents of Jessica Lloyd, a victim of an attempted murder involving an American national, Lucas Richards. President George Weah wins the 2023 International Peace Prize Medal Award in appreciation of his role played in maintaining Liberia's peace during the conduct of the recent presidential election in the country. And away from home, dozens killed in floods and landslides in Northern Tanzania. Well, this is all the time we have to be with you on this presentation. Many thanks to all of our producers, editors who helped in making this package a success. And the Joseph Soko Condensada controls and ably coordinated all of the sounds. Figon Masarin brought you the news bulletin. For and on behalf of the news department, I'm Iris Billy, representing Good evening.